Since Joseph Schumpeter's path-breaking work, technology has been recognized to be at the center of economic growth and development. Technologies used by firms are central to the process of creative destruction. With that, we will be moving on to bridging the technological divide, which discusses on technology adoption by firms in developing countries. This demonstrates firms vary widely in the status of their adoption of general purpose technologies. It has been divided into two as Industry 3.0 technologies such as mobile phones, computers, and internet adoption, and Industry 4.0 technologies such as cloud computing, robots, and big data analytics adoption. This denotes estimated technology sophistication by country in manufacturing sector. Most firms in developing countries, including their best firms given in brown dots, are far from the frontier. Country rankings based on average technology sophistication tend to coincide with country income levels. Technology index has been given for countries such as Korea, Poland, Brazil, Vietnam, Kenya, India, so on and so forth. Figure shows that the gap between Vietnam, Kenya, and Senegal with respect to Korea is explained not only by the average sophistication, but also by having many more firms with those technologies and more workers absorbed by those firms. This demonstrates, on average, firms in the 90th percentile have higher scores than those in the 10th percentile. There is great variation in proximity to the frontier across functions. Top firms tend to score well on business administration, but poorly on quality control. This indicates there is a larger variation in technology sophistication within firms than across firms. The findings from Cirera et al. Suggest that firms relatively closer to the frontier use more sophisticated technologies for some functions than for others. This signifies it is unusual for firms to jump stages by adopting more sophisticated technologies. This pattern becomes clear when examining technology adoption by firm size. Large firms tend to be early adopters of technology, while smaller firms tend to be later adopters. This illustrates negative view of the effects of technology adoption on employment has gained significant traction with the emergence of advanced labor-saving technologies. This reveals that vast majority, that means about 84% of firms report that they do not change the number of workers. 48% reported no changes at all. Further, 36% reported they offer some training to current workers. Only a small share of firms, nearly 4%, reports a reduction in the number of workers as a mechanism of adjustment for the acquisition of new technologies. As this displays increase of employment across all business functions and general business functions and also sector specific business functions. This shows technology adoption depends on a set of complementary factors that are external and internal to the firm. External factors are competition, demand and regulations, access to finance, supply of knowledge and human capital. Internal factors have been recognized as information and behavioral biases, management and organization, know-how and skills and capabilities. This demonstrates competition is a top driver and lack of demand and firm capabilities are key obstacles for technology adoption. Policymakers around the world have been trying to directly address the problem of lack of technology adoption with varied results. Recent researchers emphasize the importance of context specific factors and suggest that there is no one size fits all solution given the complexities that surround the design and implementation of technology adoption policies. It is important that policymakers structure policy support efficiently and minimize the risk of government failure. Policymakers should seize this opportunity to minimize the risk of an increase in the technological divide across countries and firms and support to encourage technology upgrading and the digital transformation of businesses to promote more sustained growth and prosperity for their economies. Reference for today's presentation is from World Bank's booklet themed as Bridging the Technology Divide. Thanks for watching.